Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from wherever you may be joining, and welcome to this webinar. Today, we are going to be talking about intelligent document processing using Agentforce and MuleSoft. This webinar will discuss use cases, personas that they apply to, demos, and technical architectures. So I would encourage everyone attending to please stay till the end. We want to begin this webinar with a word of gratitude to everyone that's attending and others who may be watching this offline as well. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedules to join us today, and we will do our best to make this webinar informative for everyone. A few items to mention before we begin. This webinar will be recorded, and you can find the recording on our website www.techkasetti.com. Please feel free to ask questions at any time using the Q&A option of the session. We will try to answer them as we go along. In case we cannot answer a question during the course of this webinar, we'll try to get back to you offline. Likewise, if you remember a question after the webinar ends, please feel free to drop us an email at info@techkasetti.com and we'll get back to you with the answer. With those items being mentioned, let's look at what we will cover today. We will start with laying out the typical challenges faced during the document processing, how MuleSoft and Salesforce IDP platform solves these challenges, discuss the key features of Kasetti's IDP solution built using Agentforce, demo of Kasetti's IDP solution, use cases, personas, and architectures. With that being said, let me introduce today's speakers. We have Vara Imandi joining us. Vara is a partner success leader at Salesforce, and his focus area is MuleSoft, Salesforce, and Agentforce. Vara is a seasoned solution architect and technologist and has been with Salesforce for the last 4 years, working across various verticals, notably Fins and HLS. Vara is joining us from Boston today. Hey, Vara, a very warm welcome to you, and it's a pleasure to have you here with us today.
Thanks, Tejaswini.
Next, we have Vinod Kumar. Vinod is the CEO and co-founder of Kasetti Technologies. Vinod is a seasoned architect in Salesforce, Agentforce, MuleSoft, and many different workflow and automation technologies. Vinod and his team at Kasetti have implemented multiple document processing and automation solutions for many customers, primarily in healthcare, retail, and manufacturing, and have distilled that knowledge into the IDP solution that you will see today. Vinod has over 20 years of technology experience and is joining us from Bengaluru, India. Hey, Vinod, welcome to the webinar. It's a pleasure to have you here with us today.
Thanks, Tejaswini.
Lastly, my name is Tejaswini. I'm the Business Development Manager at Celerity Hat, a GTM partner to Kasetti Technologies, and I'm going to be the moderator for this webinar today. Very nice to meet you all. Let's begin with Kasetti Technologies introduction. So Kasetti is a certified Salesforce consulting partner that works with a select group of prominent global clients. They specialize in building and customizing solutions on Salesforce platform to address unique business challenges. Beyond implementation, they are committed to developing the next wave of Salesforce experts and solutions. So Kasetti's expertise lies in leveraging Salesforce-powered cloud solutions to transform businesses, enhance customer experiences, and drive efficiency. Kasetti specializes in 4 key Salesforce and cloud offerings: Health Cloud, Manufacturing Cloud, Data Cloud, and Insurance Cloud, and backed by about 99 plus Salesforce certified consultants, 20 plus Salesforce certified AI specialists, 20 plus MuleSoft consultants for seamless system integrations, and also very happy and proud about a CSAT score of 9.8 across all projects, highlighting commitment to excellence. Kasetti Technologies has built strong partnerships in industry leaders across multiple continents. So their global presence spans India, the US, South Africa, and Australia, enabling to serve diverse markets effectively. With that, I'm going to pass the control to Vara to start with Salesforce's IDP solution overview. Over to you, Vara.
Yep. First of all, thank you, for this wonderful webinar. I'm really excited about what we will unpack in the next 45 minutes or so. And with the same amount of gratitude, let me just walk you through a few slides about why change, why now, and why this way, essentially there. So we'll all start off with what is happening in this current world. In today's digital age, businesses are constantly dealing with a large volume of data, particularly in terms of documents that contain valuable information. High volume, diverse document processing really drains significant human resources and thereby impacting productivity. Traditional methods falter when integrating with modern tech stacks, and of course, not to forget the impact of AI that we're seeing now. It's all creating a lot of automation gaps as such. And without a scalable solution, imagine that end-to-end document automation that everyone's trying to achieve, that really becomes unattainable. And piecemeal solutions, point-to-point fixes, they all lead to inefficient workflows and limited ROI. And furthermore, that process of manually extracting and analyzing data from these documents can be time consuming and also prone to errors. And that's where these fragmented solutions that lack the adaptability needed for evolving businesses becomes a huge challenge. And of course, a scalable document processing solution actually gets over all of this, ensuring a seamless integration with emerging technologies. It really optimizes your resource allocation, freeing up that human capital for strategic tasks. And that's where a comprehensive automation strategy really that maximizes efficiency and driving measurable ROI really means that you need to invest in a future proof and a comprehensive end-to-end document processing solution there. And just to level set on certain expectations on what a particular real use case can be in, think about the aspect of, let's say, Lowe's that manage a lot of rebates and claims that they advertise from time to time. And a lot of times these rebates are kind of sent in to for the processing centers, and that results in a highly manual, fragmented, and an inefficient aspect of adjudication there. So if you just think about all those aspects that come into this small rebate management, think about the manual processing of these rebate claims. And most rebate claims, like I said, are submitted via email, a lot of it often as PDF or even Excel files, and sometimes even in inconsistent formats. And that is why they really require that manual intervention for validation, for calculation, and of course your processing there. And that really leads to significant delays and potential errors there. Think about the lack of standardization that I just spoke about. There's no uniform format for these rebate claim submissions. In fact, one study puts in like lows in every state at least process about 10,000 claims manually every single year. And that lack of standardization really increases that complexity and, of course, time to process all these claims. And as I say about it, there's a huge amount of critical data, things about contractual terms, things about payment details. They're all spread in these multiple Excel spreadsheets and PDFs. That's really making it difficult to maintain that accuracy and, of course, consistency in processing those rebate claims there. And that's a big deal because it does possess a risk of financial leakages and thereby reduces the ability to analyze that profitability effectively there. And as with any system, there are limited system capabilities with respect to integration, while also struggling to handle the volume and complexity of the claim process there. And just imagine how complex it will be when Lowe's wants to expand the rebate programs and add more and new segments, customer segments, due to these concerns during about security and of course system capacity and potential process breakdowns there. And that is just only one part of the story there. And with these traditional technologies there, document processing has long relied on the OCR and custom AI. But these traditional methods really present a significant roadblock. Their inability to scale, particularly to handle unstructured data and then ensure accuracy, all coupled with that challenging legacy integration, is a clear need for more advanced solution there. And of course, as research shows, we've seen that OCR and custom AI models really struggle with the realities of modern document processing. Scalability is, of course, hampered by their reliance on the structured data and the need for intensive training. and diverse document types and weak data validations really contribute to those accuracy issues. And a big one is, of course, integrating with existing systems that really remains like a complex undertaking. And that is exactly the reason why you will probably need a unified automation solution, and an automation solution that is powered by MuleSoft, that delivers the end-to-end process automation and hyper automation as such there. And just to highlight MuleSoft's capabilities there, of course, it connects all those disparate systems. It's the IDP, that's the topic of today, that intelligently extracts data from these documents. Of course, underneath, RPA automates repetitive tasks, and Composer enables that low-code integration within Salesforce there. But the story remains to be very, very clear. That combination enhances efficiency, improves your data accuracy, and of course, thereby increasing your business agility there. And MuleSoft is that seamless glue that integrates with Salesforce Customer 360, providing that unified data view and empowering organizations to automate more complex workflows and adapt to evolving needs, significantly boosting your operational effectiveness. Just that old example of that rebate claims management, MuleSoft, where it does come in just on the under the hood about IDP. This is where MuleSoft's IDP solution can automatically extract data from that diverse document formats like PDFs, your Excel files, and even, of course, images, thereby standardizing this data into a much more consistent format. And that really reduces the manual effort, speeds up your processing time, and minimizes the risk of errors there. A lot of times that we do get asked about the data cleansing and validation. And with integrated AI algorithms, I think we've got good news. IDP now with Einstein can actually help you cleanse and validate that incoming data against the predefined contract terms and, of course, the payment rules. And that's really where you can ensure accuracy before the data is even fed into the downstream systems. Of course, RPA is there. Of course, that unified platform integration is also there, that gives you that end-to-end visibility and control over the entire price to revenue process there. So from claim submission all the way to payment disbursement, this visibility will really enable better decision making and, of course, allow our organizations to respond more quickly to market changes and, of course, customer needs there. And of course, just think about what IDP is. If you just look at what IDP is, let's just look at it. And in a nutshell, IDP is basically where it comes in with the power of any point platform that really enables organizations to submit documents, to extract their data with ease, and of course, further analyze all that content using advanced AI capabilities. And that is why, by incorporating all of your third-party extractions, technologies like AWS TechStack, and of course, the Salesforce Einstein, IDP really gives you a seamless user experience through its UI, where you can figure all of those aspects of document analysis via a configuration mechanism without the need to subscribe to external services there. Now, efficient document management is the most critical piece for organizational productivity and success, and thereby a scalable document processing solution just becomes the table stakes for any organization that's dealing with a large volume of documents, especially as they kind of try to grow there. And just to wrap up the summary with the Salesforce differentiation, here are all the things that customers are expecting and are getting out of their investments inside the Salesforce ecosystem. And that's really pretty much unique from our competition there. And the good news is there's no stopping here. We are actually building that platform to cater to multiple domain areas, including the B2B space, including the low-code automation workflow space, as well as also integrating with those SaaS applications that are so popular and growing every single quarter and year. And finally, a little customer story there. If you see this customer, this is one of our trailblazing customers there, a large healthcare provider that is really kind of operating in this very niche area of regenerative medicine. Think about they actually using the stem cells and plasma treatments for orthopedic injuries. Who would do that, or who would have imagined someone would do for orthopedic injuries, right? But here's the bigger challenge for them. Resonates for them. They're growing really, really fast, and a lot of problem with their manual data entry. And this is where the manual data entry is becoming more expensive in terms of being error prone, and of course also capturing those highly resource intensive human capital requiring multiple FTEs there, and thereby making that digitizing of their medical coding process a huge challenge there. Now, how did they overcome with this? We've actually positioned our automation SKU with IDP, particularly using Einstein for IDP, and of course the MuleSoft automation. They're now able to pull all information from physician patient records and publish into Salesforce. And then using Einstein, they are now able to identify all the injectates used by the practices and thereby determine all those invoice fees there. And before I hand it over to Vinod, I would love to sing a lot of praise to all of our partners and partners, especially niche ones like Kasetti, who are really solving those hard problems with MuleSoft and Salesforce, and thereby enabling our customers and helping them win big in their strategic initiatives there. And without further ado, over to you, Vinod.
Thanks, Vara, for the kind words. Let me begin by referring to a real-world problem or use case where the solution could be positioned, and then talk about the various features of the solution. In the healthcare world, claim processing is, of course, all automated and digital. No one's going to submit a paper these days because of the Obamacare. Everyone wants to use electronic records as they are incentivized, every document being part of EDI formats. But then, occasionally, you will have to claim, like when you go to an optician who's not covered or somewhere else outside the country, and you have to pay yourself and then come back, fill out the forms, and then send it to your insurers. And a lot of these claims have to be manually processed, and they are all documents. And this is where the solution comes in. For instance, the largest insurer or the multi-state insurer in the US that we have worked with processes about 3 million of these paper claims every single year. And it takes more than 45 days to adjudicate these claims. As a result, it's putting the members and the providers at a disadvantage in terms of the claim approval process. Next slide, please. As part of the solution of the document processing, the tool has various capabilities which enable us in solving the use cases discussed. Let me highlight a few key features. The tool can seamlessly extract multilingual data from PDFs, Word documents, images, and even documents received via iFax. It has the capability of converting multilingual voice input into a form and process. For example, the user can upload a voice file like MP4 file, and the tool will process the voice data. The UI-based field mapping tool enables easy mapping of document fields across multiple objects or fields in Salesforce. It includes a feature to set the confidence score for each field to indicate the quality of the extracted data. If the tool finds that the extracted data quality is below the threshold set up during the data extraction, it creates a task for manual intervention to review the form data and make necessary adjustments. The UI-based, friendly, no-code, natural language processing-based multilingual field validation setup, the tool offers AI-powered image analysis. Next slide, please. It generates a multilingual field data validation summary report once the data which is submitted is processed. Uses AI to process and validate payment bills in case we want to exclude line items and do recalculating. The tool has the capability. The tool leverages Agentforce in various roles such as querying documents for additional information, multilingual, and creating tasks or appointments. Next slide, please. We have various solutions out there in the market with great features, but they all fall short in trying to address the challenges across various personas as a complete solution. Here, I would like to talk about our use case of insurance claim processing mentioned earlier, where we have possible stakeholders like the Salesforce administrator, the end user who wants to submit the claims, the front office agent processing the document, and finally the customer support agent. Let us go over each personas, their possible challenges, and see how the solution addresses these challenges. The Salesforce administrator set up the documents for passing and map fields to the database, configure multilingual validations for each field in NLP, test documents, parsing, and field level validation before making the modules. End user. Can I submit any claim form, typed or hard written? Is voice recording in any language accepted? How can I test my form to ensure all the mandatory fields are filled before submission? And the front end office agent, can can the system process documents and validate fields in NLP? Can AI generate summary report in any language? Can the system automate record creation once requirements are met? For example, if certain data conditions are met, can it create or update data? Can the system trigger external integration if needed? And finally, the customer support agent. How can I get submitted document details in my language? How can I create a follow-up appointment and task easily? Can I query to get data insights across cases on similar claims? Next slide, please. Now let us see how the tool easily addresses these challenges. First, let us take the Salesforce administrator. The tool provides a UI-based solution where the administrator can perform data mapping, set up NLP validation rules, create flows, set up task flows for data review, upload a sample document, and test it to ensure it works as expected by viewing the validation summary report before making it available to the extended team members. Similarly, next slide, please. Similarly, to address the challenges of the end user, the tool provides an experience cloud site where the end user can upload their form, submit the voice input, and receive a data validation report. Next slide, please. For the front-end agent, that is the system, the tool handles multilingual document processing, validates data against NLP rules, generates an AI summary report, and pushes data to the external system when certain conditions are met. Next slide, please. Finally, for the customer support agent, by leveraging the support of Agentforce, the agent can query in the language, create tasks, and set up follow-up appointments.
That is awesome. Just a little bit. I think that problem of solving, X-ray analysis on X-rays and MRI scans. I think that's really cool. Actually, I think that's where the power of AI can really enhance and supercharge the entire healthcare experience there.
Yeah, that's true, Vara. Can we move on to the next slide, please? Next, let us take a look into how the data flows in this diagram, as few of the audience may be interested in how the data is flowing, how the data is created via email or UI, and the Salesforce system processes the data using MuleSoft integration. The document is moved to Amazon AWS or Microsoft Azure or Google's GDP, which then via event notifications chunks and gets embedded the data into data cloud vector database. The agents via prompts configured in the system services various requests. Next slide, please. I
Wow,
think
wow. This one has all ingredients perfect right there, including data cloud, and bring your own AI model is also there. I think so. The greatness of Google's Gemini and everything is going to be in there. It's just kind of really interesting.
that's right, Vara. We can configure our own AI models and get the desired results.
Awesome. Yep.
Let us show a demo of what we spoke about in the context of claim processing. In this first demo use case, an end user who wants to submit his insurance claim form or wants to ensure that the claim form or a billing form adheres to all the validation rules mandated by the insurance company, such as not missing any mandatory fields to avoid unnecessary delays in processing the claim form or billing form after submission. The user comes to the company site, which is an Experience Cloud site. The user has the option to upload a pre-filled multilingual form or select a claim form from a list of forms, and they can input the data via multilingual voice without manually filling out or uploading any document and submitting their ticket or case. In the next use case, we will showcase how a user who has submitted the claim form and claim related artifacts such as X-ray via email after validating the forms on the company side once the claim is submitted to a dedicated email address. The tool will process the email and create a case for the email claim. The claim and the related documents attached to the email are processed, and the data is extracted by the AI engine, validating each field's data according to the setup rules and persisting in the data based on the field mapping setup. Once the claim record is processed and based on the fulfillment of certain conditions, the data is passed to the external claim system, and the external claim record ID is updated back to the case record. AI-driven validation summary report is generated and attached to the case for the agent to verify the submitted data. The AI-driven report also provides insight into the related document, in this case the X-ray after the analysis. Documents are uploaded to Amazon AWS for storage. A folder with the Salesforce sales ID would be created and a link to the document is provided to the agent for future reference.
As a feature to manually review extracted data that is low in confidence and allows for correcting the data via task flow. In our next demo, we will showcase how Agentforce supports the case agent in completing tasks and increasing productivity. Since the tool supports multilingual form data submission, an agent working on a case in an unfamiliar language can leverage Agentforce to get details on the case submitted. For example, if the claim form is submitted in Spanish, the case agent can ask questions about the specific claim form in English and receive the answers in English with the support of Agentforce. Similarly, if the data is in English, the case agent can get the case details in Spanish with the support of Agentforce. Of agent force on subjects in which they have limited knowledge, such as X-ray, to ask relevant questions about the submitted X-ray and get accurate answers. The case agent can leverage the support of agent force to create follow-up tasks and appointments related to the case. Finally, in our final demo, we will showcase how easy it is for a Salesforce admin to set up various features. Setting up multiple multilingual validation for each field. Setting up the fields where the data extracted from the submitted claim form needs to be persistent, which can be across multiple parent or child objects in Salesforce. After setting up field validations and field mapping, the tool provides a feature where the Salesforce admin can test the various field validations and the field mapping setup before making the module available. Confidence score threshold setup. Thank you.
Next, please. Next slide, please. Yeah, we will summarize what all we spoke about and focus on benefits and key differentiators and potential areas of application. Achieve the 60 benefit key benefits. Achieve the 66% increase in data extraction efficiency for manual forms. Ensures 99% accuracy in data quality. Maintains 100% compliance with data security and regulatory standards. And key differentiators: extracts data seamlessly from documents in multiple languages. Provides support in various languages through Agentforce. No code, multilingual NLP-based data validation setup, simplifying data validation with a user-friendly no-code interface supporting multiple languages. Next slide, please. Yeah, the potential areas of application of where Kasetti's IDP solution could be leveraged is across various domains like healthcare, finance, manufacturing, retail and supply chain, and legal. Vara, do you want to add on anything to this?
Absolutely. I think the legal one is really, really cool because, as you know, a lot of the legal court hearings are based on references from past cases and lawyers and attorneys going through lots and lots of books on prior cases. I think this is spot on right there.
Sure. So let's move on to the next slide, please. Yeah, I'll just hand it over back to Tejaswini.
Hey, Vara and Vinod, thank you so much for walking us through the solution. So this is a clear call to action, encouraging the audience to engage with Kasetti Technologies for AI-powered document processing solutions. We also offer complimentary deal discovery clinics. Uh, So this is your opportunity to discuss your specific business needs to see how Kassetti's IDP solution can be tailored to your business. And then please use the QR code to set up one-on-one meetings, or please reach out to us using sales@techkassetti.com. We'd love to continue the conversation. Let's now move towards answering some of the questions.